And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at Bozo Johnson, as he said something that I find quite hilarious in a recent interview with the press over the West and its subservience due to Russian oil and gas. Now let's have a quick listen to what the man says, shall we, before we break it apart and have a look what others have said. But this is something that I've said from the very beginning. They are too dependent, the West in total is too dependent on others for sustainability. This is the green problem. What we actually do is we give everybody else the ability to mine for things, because then we can say, well, we're carbon neutral, we've never done the mining things, look, we're really, really good, whilst effectively subcontracting out that sort of stuff to other nations. And it's come back to bite us big time in the backside, hasn't it? Well, let's have a listen to Bozo's crappy words, shall we?
Vladimir Putin over the last years has been like a pusher, feeding an addiction in Western countries.
You heard that, didn't you, everyone? A pusher. Like, he's been going, oh, you must buy our oil, you must do our coal, don't do your own coal, don't frack your own, don't make nuclear power plants, don't do any of that because they're green, you must do what I say. No, Bozo, the West has shipped all of the things they want to pretend they don't do anymore to the countries that will. We've seen this for all sorts of stuff, haven't we? Rubbish, food, production. Even China gets all of the technology now. Why? Because we're too lazy to do it. Absolute joke. Let's have a continue, shall we?
To his hydrocarbons, to his oil and gas, we need to get ourselves off that addiction.
So there you hear it. We need to wean ourselves off it. We need to get off this addiction. The addiction is, like I've already said, it's a lot easier for you to pass off this sort of stuff to other nations and then say to the greenies that you obviously listen to more than the people that voted you in, look at us, aren't we virtuous? Absolute joke. Now, I thought you might want to find out what exactly weaning yourself off Russian oil and gas is. Well, apparently the EU have done the number crunching. They've had the calculators out and their abacuses, and they've been nitty-natting to each other and trying to figure out just how long it would take to wean themselves off this addiction to a product that they willingly bought, I might add. You want to know what it was? 5 years. Absolute joke, isn't it? 5 years, that's not actually removing anything, is it? That's just slowing it down a little bit. You're still subservient. He's still got you by the man rules, has he not? Well, it turns out that us, even the UK, that's only getting 3% of our oil and gas from Russia, would actually suffer, are we ready for this, £70 billion hit and a recession if Europe banned Russian oil and gas, like Bozo keeps trying to say that it was his idea. If they just cut it off, they're cutting their own throats, in my honest opinion. And even Rishi Sunak has come out with alarm bells ringing. 70 billion economic hit would put us into a recession, the likes of which none of us have ever seen before. Absolutely shocking what they're doing at the minute. Just seems to be that they're trying to break everybody's economy down to absolute trash. And it seems to be all at the bequest of everybody else but the country that they're actually representing, doesn't it? Mr Sunak told fellow ministers at a cabinet meeting that it would swipe up to 75 billion from the UK economy straight away, the equivalent to about 3% of gross domestic product, GDP. That in turn would send the UK into recession in 2022 at a time when households are already facing the worst cost of living crisis in decades, sparked by rising inflation and soaring fuel and food bills. So this is on top of everything else, as well as giving money to the world hand over fist, still obviously printing it, because I don't know where they're getting it from, but it seems to have a lot more money all of a sudden, considering they're always saying, well, we need more tax, we need more this, we need more that. Suddenly, they've got it to throw away into the wind. Absolutely shocking, isn't it? It seems to be that they don't care about the British people, they just care about the world. And if it wasn't for the green policies that these sort of fraggles have been listening to for the last 20, 30 years, we wouldn't be in the position where we're probably going to take a £70 billion hit and a recession. We're going to have to pay for these idiots' green policies, and they still won't shut up about them. They still want to go down the green route. Absolutely shocking. We need to get rid of all of these fraggles, in my honest opinion, from the Houses of Parliament. Absolutely disgraceful, aren't they? Not a single one of them shows me anything that I would actually say, you're a good person. Am I wrong? If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, stay sane, see you on the next one.